little one here is doing some multiplication, and she's sort of flown through the multiplication because she's songs really work for her, and we had a multiplication song CD called Multiplication Unplugged, and she just flew through it, and she memorized the basic facts really well. And so now she's gotten up to here. Now this is, I think, we're maxed out for now. We're sort of at the limit of understanding. We're kind of at brain fry point every day. So this can happen, right? Sometimes with kids, they can surge forward and then they get to where it's tough. So she's on level D, right start math. They're teaching them the multiplication algorithm. So they're explaining how multiplication is in 2 steps. Like here. So this would be, when you're done, it's going to be 58 times 33, but they split it into the 2 problems. So, for example, they did it here. 78 times 63. So really, at first you do 78 times 3, and that's this answer. 78 times 3. So they're showing the kids how it's actually 2 different problems, but you just stack it. And then 78 times 60, that's this answer. 4,680. 78 times 60, that answer. And then you add it up. But they really quickly move to not separating it, and I feel like it could go longer. So when you reach, when you have a situation like that with your kiddos, and it's like they kind of skipped ahead too fast, don't feel like you got to keep plowing ahead. Just slow down. You can either just write out some problems on your own, that are separate like this. And also she needs more, we've been doing it, but I need to do it for maybe a couple more weeks, more experience doing things like 78 times 30, 78 times 40 with manipulatives. So she really, really, really understands it. She does understand it, but it's not really deep in her bones yet. She's got to get it more. So you just slow down when you hit these points. That's okay, because a lot of people ask questions. Well, should I move back? Should I do this? You teach your kids where they're at. She zoomed through, and now she needs to go a tad slower than what the curriculum wants her to. So that's all you can do, right? You just, where your kid's at, and you meet them there, right? You surge ahead sometimes. This is the cool thing about homeschool. You can surge ahead when the kid needs to, like she did with the multiplication. And then when the kid needs to, you slow down. I'm just sort of flipping through so you can see some other right start math stuff. This is level D. All right, I'll show you a little more, and that'll be it. Just wanted to point out that you're always teach your kids where they're at. You speed up when they need to. You slow down when they need to. You say, boy, why aren't they able to wrap their heads around this? What aspect of it is confusing? You figure that out, and you figure out a way to explain it. You just rack your brain, say, how can I explain it? So just briefly, one quick way of trying to teach why there's nothing in the one spot. So if you said 30 times 4, and that's going to be 120, they need to know that that's 12 tens. So these are 10, and there's 12 of them. This is 30, and there's 4 piles of 30. So they need to know that it's almost the same as saying 3 times 4 is 12 ones, and you can get these little guys and show them the difference between 4 piles of 3 ones or 4 piles and 3 tens. And just work with that for a little while until they can wrap their brain around the fact that there's not going to be ever going to be anything in the ones section when you're dealing with tens, because you don't have any separate ones. All right, so things like that. Just slow down, use your manipulatives. These things are called interlocks, base 10 pieces, but there's all kinds of manipulatives. So these, but these have it, and these are 100 blocks, 10 tens,
ones, hundreds.
Ones and hundreds. We have our ones, and then this is actually 1,000 block. 1,000. All right. Say bye.